Hello, everybody. It's Adrian with My Social Practice. Have a super quick, cool update for any of you marketing geeks out there. If you're not a marketing geek like almost everybody else on the planet, this is going to be super boring, but very important. So listen up. So many of you know, because you're super sharp and you're in the 21st century, that you can set up a Google listing for your dental practice. And that Google listing is what shows up in the Google map, right? So the little pin, whatever. That's information that's coming from your Google listing, not from your website. Anyway, Google allows you to set that up for free. Once it's set up, you can optimize it. You can do all sorts of cool stuff. Now, here's the update. Up until this week, you could edit and you could add photos, you could change your hours, you could change all the information that shows up in the Google map for your dental practice using an app called the Google My Business app. And it's gone. They've gotten rid of it. It's no longer there. If you open up your phone and you pull up the Google Maps or Google My Business app and you click on it, it's going to give you a little message that says it's gone forever. Use Google Maps or search to update your Google listing. You might have also got an email that looks kind of like this from Google. It says, hey, Google Maps is now the way to respond to your messages. So what they mean by that is the listing in Google My Business had a messages tab, or so people could message you. You could respond to reviews through it, right? It's all gone, and they've given you a new way to do it. So I'm going to show you how this works. Now, for those of you who have logged into your Google listing before, I'll just make a quick note that not much has changed from the desktop editing version, okay? So you get here by going to business.google.com. Most of you are aware of this. If you are logged in to your personal Google account that is an admin or a manager on the listing, you can get into this right here and you can make changes to whatever you want. You can change your hours, you can change your service areas, you can change your categories and add services and all sorts of stuff, okay? So that hasn't changed. So that's from a desktop, business.google.com. The only thing that I actually have noticed in here is that this little section, they've just added this little call out that basically says, hey, you can now manage your listing on search or directly from Google Maps. And they give you a button here. You can click on that. It'll take you right into the editing capabilities, which I'm going to show you here in just a second, okay? So this hasn't changed. What's changed is how you access your listing from your mobile phone, which is now done directly in Google Maps. So if you have an Android phone, then you have Google Maps on your phone. You just need to make sure you're logged into the correct Google account, at least the one that is an admin on your listing, and you should be able to edit your listing right from Google Maps, or you can search it and you can find it. For those of you who have an iPhone, you'll need to download Google Maps and then you can edit your listing. So here's kind of what it looks like. If I go, let me back up one page here. So if I go to google.com and I type in my business, my social practice, type in the name of your dental practice, hit enter. If you're logged in to a Google account that's an admin of the listing, you're going to see this section right here. That section right there now shows up at the top of the search. Now, no one else can see this except for the people who are admins, and you can know that because it says it right here. Only managers of this profile can see this. This is visible only to you, okay? So your patients aren't going to be seeing any of this. Your dental team isn't going to be seeing this if they don't have access to the listing. Now, you can know which Google account you're logged into because they give you a little icon up here, right in the top right-hand corner. That's me when I was clean cut and respectable. But you can see if you hover over, it'll give you the name and the email address of that particular account. Now, Adrian at mysocialpractice.com is the email address that I use for business, and it's an admin on our listing. So I see it. I see all this information here, okay? Now, I'll just show you, I'm gonna do other trainings on this about how to edit and so forth, but let me just show you a couple quick things. This edit profile button basically accesses all of the same information that you get when you log in to business.google.com. Okay, your business information, your hours, products, services, photos, logo, cover photo, all of that is basically the information that's in your listing when you log in on a desktop through Google, business.google.com. Okay, so you can promote, so you can run ads right from here. This is kind of cool. Get more reviews. If you click on that, it gives you the link to your Google listing. So you can just copy that and send it to your patients via email or in a text, and they can click on it and then give you a review. You can add updates, which are like, it's like posting. You can create an offer. There's all sorts, and you can get rid of these here. If you click on these buttons, you can click dismiss and get rid of it and so forth. So you can actually just get rid of all this stuff if you don't want to see it. But when you first open it up, you have access to make some edits and so forth. There's also some search performance here. This will give you anywhere from, I think, a month to 3 months, 28 days to 90 days history of what your clicks are, how many people have clicked on your listing, how many impressions you've had, your average position, so forth, okay? Now, what happens what does it look like if you're not logged into the Google account that's an admin on the listing? I'll show you. This is me logged in to my personal Google account that's not My Social Practice. You can see that because I've got a different image up here, and it's atleffler@gmail.com. Don't spam me. And notice there's nothing there. It's just a regular search result, right? So if it looks like this, you don't see the editing capabilities, you are not logged into the correct account. So anyway, just a quick update. Stay tuned. We're going to do some more training and education on what to do to edit and optimize your practice listing. Because they've made this change and it's so simple to just go right to search and edit. A lot of the dental SEO tactics that we implement when we do SEO for dental practices are kind of easier to get to, right? So some of those I've actually done trainings on, and you can start updating and optimizing your listing to help you rank higher. So it's just a lot simpler, much more intuitive way to go about it. I think it's a super awesome update. I'm excited about it, and I hope that you guys stay tuned for more training. Thank you. Take care.